So today's video is going to be a collaboration with the same YouTuber who we are doing the entire October collaboration with. So make sure you guys go and click the first link in the description down below to head over to his channel where we both are going to be taking the top 10 horror movie / thriller that's on Tubi TV for beginners. Okay, so if you're not really a horror fan, you're just looking for something, very mild, something campy and cheesy or something like that, something that's not a lot of bloody or a lot of graphic stuff going on. Well, we both have top 10 movies that we're going to tell you what they're about, and then we're going to give you a little bit of enough plot, just to go and check the movie out. That's only for beginners, okay? So, like I said, click the first link in the description to check out his video after you're done watching mine. Let's do it. So, HELLRAISERS, welcome back to yet again another video. So today's video is going to be titled the top 10 horror movie / thriller for beginners on Tubi TV. Okay, so these are movies that I picked that I think beginners will have a lot of fun with. And don't worry, I'm going to give you enough plot, but I'm not going to spoil too much about the movie. I'm only going to give you enough plot to just check out the film and see if you like it. And then maybe you can become a movie reviewer yourself and review all these movies. Or maybe you just want to watch a movie and have a lot of fucking fun. It's up to you. So to kick things off at number 10, we got a movie called The Mist. This movie tells a story about a small town that's being taken over by some type of alien invasion, and everything is foggy. It's a lot of mist in the entire town, and they have to find out how to survive in this small, isolated store. This is one of them films where it might be campy and cheesy for some people. It got a fucked up ending, so be aware of the ending. I'm not gonna spoil the ending, which I have spoiled it on my channel before. But yeah, this is a very interesting ass movie. Just be aware, the ending has a crazy plot twist, okay? Remember, I'm telling you that for a reason, because this film has pissed a lot of people off, especially at the end. But yeah, this is a very interesting movie, as soon as this movie come on, you don't really know where this motherfucker's gonna go. And then as soon as it get to the store, then that's when all hell breaks loose. There's a lot of Easter eggs and cameos in the film. You might recognize a lot of these characters from The Walking Dead in this film too. But yeah, like I said, this is a very interesting movie. It's not too graphic. It's not too bloody. I'm pretty sure a beginner can have a good time with this film. Sit back, relax. This is definitely a Stephen King adaptation, excuse me. But yeah, you would definitely have a lot of fun with this one. It's not nothing too crazy about this film. So check it out on Tubi TV. Moving down to number 9, we got Killer Clowns from Outer Space, 1988. Holy shit. This is by far one of the most greatest 80s horror films that ever come out. I love this movie so much. I saw this movie at a very young age and I loved it to death. I watched this movie almost every single year around this time in spooky season. It kind of goes along with the vibe. This movie tells a story about a group of clowns from outer space in a small town, and now they turn people into cotton candy, and they got guns that is made out of some popcorn. And this movie is known for being the most cheesiest, campy, over-the-top movie ever created. And I love this movie for that because it knows exactly what it is. This is one of those films where you don't really take too seriously, okay? Walk into this movie, don't take it seriously. Please, don't take this shit serious. Because I know there are going to be some people on this list. There are going to be some people that see this list. They're going to be like, this is the stupidest movie I've ever seen. This movie is so dumb. Don't take it serious. Because this movie is not meant to be taken serious. But if you just watch this movie for how campy and how goofy and just have a bloody good time, you're going to have a good time with this film. Check it out on Tubi TV. Remember, don't take this shit serious, because this movie is not taking itself serious. Just watch it and have fun with it. Number 8, we got a film called Deadly Crust from 2018. Man, this here is a film that I watched for a lot of reasons. I'm about to tell you what it's about. This movie tells a story about a painter who goes away from society, isolate herself into the cabin that seems to have a very dark secret, and things turn chaotic when she starts to realize that a ghost in the house want to do some funny business. that's the best plot I can give without giving away too much. This is a film that I know beginners, at least for my guys out there, y'all gonna have some fun with this one. Women are going to be looking at this like this is a straight up fucking douche flick, and it is. And men gonna be like, holy shit, this movie was made for me. But yeah, you're gonna have a bloody good time with this fucking film. This movie took itself way too serious, but you will have a good time because how serious the movie takes itself. If this movie would have not been so serious, this probably would have been number one on my list. But the fact that this movie took itself too serious, I can't put it at number one, excuse me, because it took itself way too fucking serious. It's still a good ass fucking film. It's goofy, it's campy, it's cheesy, everything you want from a stupid ass movie, but it definitely knows the tone that it's trying to go for. But it just still took itself way too serious. Moving down to number 7, we got a movie called Frozen from 2010. I already reviewed this movie, so if you want to see what I think of this movie, I'll remember to link it in the description down below. But anyway, this movie tells a story about three friends who go to this little getaway just to have some fun, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy each other's company. And something turned horribly wrong when this snow place closed and they stuck on like a lift that is above ground, and they stuck there for 5 fucking days and no one knows that they're there. And a horrible storm rolled in, and now they just have to learn how to keep themselves warm. This is one of those films that my mom introduced me into, and it's a very good fucking film. I mean, from start to finish. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too graphic. There may be one graphic spot in the entire fucking film, but it's not really going to gross you out by any means, especially if you is a beginner. It's not going to really gross you out. Just be prepared just for a ride of your lifetime, because it is definitely a thriller ride. And so the more you watch the movie, you start to realize that, holy shit, this is actually a good fucking movie. Check this movie out on Tubi Tv. I don't want to give away too much for any of these movies. And I know some of you might be like, you're not really giving me much. It's because I want you to experience these movies for a beginner. Now, if this was a list for my amateurs out there, like my mainstream horror, then yeah, I'll explore everything for the film. But for my beginner, I'm trying to keep it very mild for you. Moving down at number 6, we got a film called A Haunted House from 2013, starring Marlon Wayans. I grew up a massive fan of Marlon Wayans my entire life. I love this guy. He's fucking extremely hilarious. But A Haunted House tells a story about Marlon Wayans documenting his entire journey moving into a new house with his wife. And he quickly realized that his house got some ghost that just wants to toy with them and have fun and do some unspeakable things in the bed, putting keys on the floor, moving and walking around, doing a lot of funny, campy ass shit. This is basically playing reference to all the paranormal activities and all them found footage films and whatnot. Like I said, this is another one of those films for my beginners out there. If you want to have a bloody good time, check this one out. This is probably going to be the only one that you might check out on the entire fucking list. But yeah, it's, you know, this movie is silly. For, you know what I'm saying, in 2013, when this movie first came out, everybody wanted to go see it because Marlon Wayans was back, and he's back with his comedy stuff. And like I said before, I said again, it's goofy. It doesn't take itself too serious. You're going to have a damn good laugh with this fucking film. A damn good laugh. Now we at the top 5. So, going down. At number 5, we got Creepshow 2 from 1987. Man, I love this movie so much because how stupid it is. This is one of those films where it's so bad it's good. This movie is horrible from start to finish. Everything about this film, the acting, the characters, the stories that they tell you. Stephen King himself even make a cameo. Even he's fucking stupid in this movie. And then the way it unfolds at the end. This movie on paper is by far the definition of the greatest It's So Bad film of all time. One of them. There's plenty of others. But this film is by far the definition of what It's So Bad It's Good means. This movie tells a story about multiple different stories that have different endings and different climax and different middle, beginning, and ending. And each one of these stories are different from each other. They're not the same story. You got one story that deals with the raft, where these kids get on this raft and this little liquid, little blob looking things want to consume them. The second story is by far the craziest one. I'm not gonna spoil that one. And then the ending is basically this lady who end up hitting this guy who all he wants to do is just say, "Thank you for the ride, lady." Creepshow 2, I could talk about this fucking film for hours, and there wouldn't be nothing that I haven't already said that will make me dislike or like this movie. So, for a beginner, this is definitely worth a watch. Check this one out. Moving down at number 4, going back to the 80s, we got Chopping Mall from 1986. This film tells a story about robots being put into the mall to protect the mall from burglars and little stuff like that. And all of a sudden, a storm rolls in and corrupt the robots, and now the robots are not protecting the store. They're actually doing harm to the co-workers that work into the store. And things turn chaotic when they finally realize that these robots are really corrupted. But though this is one of those films where it took itself way too serious. I could really see a remake for this one being made, cause especially in nowadays with all this AI shit that they got going on, I really think that this would be a damn good remake. I would actually go see this if this ever get a fucking remake. But yeah, this is one of those films that took itself way too serious. It's campy, it's cheesy, it's corny, but it took itself way too fucking serious. I still like it because how goofy and how campy it is, but it's one of those films for my beginners out there. You're going to be laughing your ass off throughout the entire runtime of this film, because it's just that fucking stupid and interesting at the same time. Moving into the top 3, at number 3, we got a movie called Mom from 2019. This film tells a story about a group of high school kids that want to just be kids, and they want a place to drink and smoke, and they befriended this very weird lady who allowed them to drink and smoke in her house. And they quickly realize that she has some very dark secrets in her past, and it all comes to light when they realize that if they stop coming to her house to have fun, she's going to toy with each and every last one of them. That means she's going to make their life a living hell. This is one of those films where I can truly say might not be a good film for this might not be a good film for my beginners out there, but it would be a film for some of the beginners. Here's why. Because it's a stupid movie that took itself serious, which it should have, but what makes this film not almost unwatchable for some of the people or my beginners out there is the fact that the script is very, very strange. This is a very weird and odd ass script. I can tell that was written one time and there was no second draft or no third draft. This just had one script, and let's just put what's her name, Otavia Spencer or something. Let's just put her in there, have fun, and let her do her acting, and then, yeah, good movie, yay. No, this movie is absolutely a hot mess from start to finish, but some of my beginners might have a good time with it because they might be able to understand or relate to some of it. But for my amateurs out there, my mainstream horror, y'all are going to nitpick the fuck out of this movie because it's just that stupid. Moving down at number 2, going back to the 80s once again, we got Sleepaway Camp from 1983. That's at the beginning of the fucking film when the fucking auntie was acting all fucking weird and shit. This here is a film that I saw late. I mean, like, real late. I saw this film for the first time as a fucking adult, and I don't even know how to describe my actual reaction for this film, but I can tell you I was dumbfounded as fuck. At the end of the film, saw that coming, but I will be completely honest with you, it almost kind of caught me off guard, even if I did see it coming or not. But I'm going to be completely honest, this film is written on the wall for being the most shocking, the most campiest, cheesiest, film should ever be made. It has the most shocking ending of all time, I tell you that. But anyway, this film tells a story about a group of kids at a sleepaway camp, and they quickly realize that there's a serial killer among them. And they have to do everything in their power to not be the one to get got. Yeah, so Sleepaway Camp is known for being the most cheesiest, campiest horror movie of all time. The horror fans in the horror community, we all know everything about this fucking film. There isn't nothing you can say about this film that we don't know. Because this movie is just that fucking insane. This movie goes places that you would have never thought any film would go, especially in the 80s. And I'm glad it did, because I can never see this movie working today. But yeah, this movie is fucking insane. You have to watch this movie on Tubi TV. Don't watch no one else review. Just watch the film and just leave it at that. Moving down to lucky number one, the movie of all the movies, the movie you should definitely check out if you is a beginner, if you're looking for a good ass fucking story. Number one is just for you. Number one is called Hide and Seek from 2005, starring Robert De Niro and Dakota Fanning. This movie tells a story about a single father who has to raise his daughter and quickly realize that his daughter has an imaginary friend who seems to do things that he don't think his daughter would do, but then he quickly realized that his daughter is the one doing these unspeakable acts or things, and that's when the movie at the end become WTF. This is a film for my beginners out there. If you've never seen this film, I highly recommend this one right here at number one. Hide and Seek, 2005. You have got to check this one out. If you are just getting into horror and you want something very simple, something very sweet, something very not on the nose, check out this film right here at number one. I don't want to give away the entire film because the movie does have a plot twist at the end. But yeah, anyway, HELLRAISERS, that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's Pacific list. And remember, don't forget to click the first link in the description down below to check out his top 10 horror movies / thriller for beginners, okay? And then let him know I sent you over there to check his video out. And don't forget to drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that fucking bell notification so that way when I drop another lit video for the channel, you'll be the first ones to get it. And don't forget, stay creepy, stay spooky, and I'll catch you HELLRAISERS in my next video. Peace.